Satellite TV has had a big influence on football. More football matches are being played on accessible channels like BBC and ITV. This is beneficial because it is shown live and it increases the amount of people viewing football because anyone can watch these channels. It could also motivate people to play football, especially young people. An advantage of football matches being shown on TV is that people can watch at home so they aren't spending money on travel to get to the match. Also, people watching at home can get different camera angles on the game and have pundits commentating on the game, bringing the match more excitement. People could argue that it is better watching football matches at home, as you are seeing the match from different angles and are also gaining knowledge and more understanding of the game from the commentators. Advertisements on TV enable companies to advertise their product or brand. The more people who see these advertisements, the more people who may want to buy their products. This will increase the company's income and also increase profit. Advertisements can also be shown in football grounds. Most advertisements will be on a board or a screen going around the pitch. Companies can also be advertised through their products being used by the players. For example, Lucozade drinks will be used in football matches by the players and the manager. However, most of the time a Lucozade bottle will be used, but the drink inside can be completely different to Lucozade. This could encourage others to buy Lucozade as they see their role models or their favourite players drinking it. Rules in football have been improved dramatically recently. One of the latest rule improvements is goal line technology. This determines whether or not the whole of the ball has crossed the goal line. Advantages of this advancement is that there will be no incorrect decisions, and the decisions are quick, so there is no need for the play to stop. However, disadvantages of goal line technology is that they can take the excitement out of the game for the spectators. Incorrect decisions can bring controversy to the game and can make an atmosphere between the fans. Also, the advancement has been created by installing electromagnetic antennas around the goalposts and the crossbar and the ball being fitted with a chip. The moment the ball crosses the line, a signal is sent to the referee. A disadvantage of this is that all the balls would have to be manufactured with this chip. To sponsor something is to support an event, individual or team financially, or by providing products or services. Most events have the sponsor's name included in their title. For example, Barclays sponsor the Premier League, therefore it is called the Barclays Premier League. This will increase the publicity of Barclays as the Premier League is one of the most popular footballing leagues in the world. Football stadiums can also be named after their sponsors. For example, Manchester City are sponsored by Etihad Airways, so the stadium is now called the Etihad. Etihad Airways' status has now increased due to being linked with the success of Manchester City. The airline specifically travels to Abu Dhabi and wants as much advertisement and promotion so that people will fly with them to Abu Dhabi to increase tourism and income to the country and to their company. The rules of football have changed massively over many years. Recently, the media has been influential in the time that games are being played. The media plays a big part in supplying football clubs with money from advertisement, so they can now dictate when football games are being played, so they can be viewed by as many people as possible. For example, 3 o'clock kickoff games on Saturdays are not shown on TV. This is to benefit small clubs who don't fill their grounds every week, particularly teams in lower leagues whose games are not shown on TV channels like Sky Sports. By not showing these games on TV, it encourages fans to attend their local team's 3 o'clock games rather than watch a sellout Premiership game on TV. Another example would be playing matches at 8 o'clock on Monday evenings. This is to ensure that all the people who work typical 9-to-5 jobs can spectate the game after work. This will mean that more people will be at football games to support their team, and therefore the club will gain more income and profit from the tickets that have been sold. Timeouts in football can occur when a player has gone down injured. When the player goes down, one of the assistants and the 4th official keep track of how long the treatment takes. As soon as the physio comes onto the pitch, the officials will monitor how long they are on the pitch. The amount of time that has been lost due to the injury is added on to the end of the half. Also, for each substitution that is made, 30 seconds is added on to the additional time. However, if a player is taking their time getting off the pitch, extra time can be added. The same principle applies to red cards and yellow cards as well. The clock is not stopped for goals, but they do add around 30 seconds to additional time to cover celebrations. Unless they celebrate for a long time, then more time will be added. The purpose of football magazines is to provide the latest news from football leagues. for example, transfer news, results and reports from games. They can also provide in-depth tactical and statistical analysis from football matches. They can include interviews from players and managers to entertain the readers and let them in on gossip and aspects of their lives. Examples of football magazines would be 442 and Match. These are published weekly or monthly to give the readers knowledge of the latest, best and most entertaining news from that past week or month. Media influences football through gender imbalance. The most aired football matches on TV is men's football, which portrays that only men should participate in the sport. When there are stories in the news, like in newspapers or magazines, it is mostly only to do with the main events that have taken place within men's football. As men's football is popular and attracts a large number of spectators, this means it will be aired on big and most popular sports channels such as Sky Sports on many occasions, whereas you may only see female football TV once in a while. If there are stories or news in the newspapers and magazines about men's football, it is about their personal lives and achievements in the sport. On the other hand, when women footballers are featured in the news, it is usually to do with their image and not their talent. The influence of this is that the participation rate of females that take part in football will decrease because football is being portrayed as an only male sport in the media, when it is a sport for both genders to take part in and be recognised equally. Chat rooms allow people to quickly and easily access information about football, giving them facts and statistics about the sport. It gives fans up-to-date information about their team if they are within a league or championship. Although it is a very useful way of accessing information and statistics about football, it may provide people with false and biased information. For example, on a football page made for a specific set of fans, only positive content will be posted on the page to make the club look good. Also, only the best statistics and plays will be included on the page to make it look like the team is very good and also has a strong team. A disadvantage of chat rooms is that false information can be put on the page about teams, making them look good when they could be in bad form, or making a team look bad if the wrong things are put up. This will give people false hopes and expectations of the team. There are online shops that allow people to buy memorabilia and get it delivered to them. They can also go to the shops and buy the items themselves. There is a range of memorabilia that can be bought, such as the team's kit, coats, tracksuits, footballs, boots and other items. This gives the club more income and more profit from the fans buying items. Fans buying the shirts and then wearing them in public will give the club more publicity and more people will want to buy their items. Clothing is what performers wear when participating in sports. Clothing has been developed over the years to increase performance. Materials like Thinsulate have been developed to be more thermally efficient and breathable for outdoor activities. Swimmers wear whole-body swimsuits made out of a thin thermal layer to aid buoyancy and also to keep warm. This is most effective in outdoor swimming, like in channel swimming, for example, as the swimsuits only let in a small amount of water, which then the body heats up, making the swimmer warmer for longer. Personal equipment is what performers use when participating in sports. Equipment has been developed to increase performance and also increase safety in the sports. For example, padding in cricket has been developed to make cricketers less likely to become more injured if the ball hits them. The padding on the leg used to be made out of leather, but recently has been made out of a lighter material that is more durable. The pads also use high-density foam, which absorbs shock from high-speed balls, making the players safer and protected. Cameras are used in sport to improve performance of the athletes. The quality of cameras have massively improved, making analysis of sports easier and more effective. Cameras allow replays of footage to analyse parts of the athlete's performance, like their strengths and weaknesses of skill, or if they need to improve their technique. This footage can also be slowed down into slow motion and freeze frames to allow more effective and precise analysis to help the athlete improve their performance. Analysis is watching a performance and providing feedback. Applications like Dartfish, for example, allows athletes to slow down videos and see exactly how their technique is used and how to improve it. Dartfish also allows athletes to compare their performance against a more perfect performance to see how they can increase their technique and performance. Video game applications can also be used to analyse performance. Adidas have an application called MyCoach, where a small chip is inserted inside a footballer's boot and records statistics from their performance, like the distance they have run.
Well done. Sorry, I was still typing. 1 second.